Hello and welcome to the Listening Post's unboxing channel on YouTube. Today it's with great pride that I'm unboxing for the first time in New Zealand SVS's brand new Pro series of subwoofer, the SB2000. Sealed box 2000 Pro for their new iterations of it. Just been released in New Zealand, literally arrived a couple of days ago via carrier. Very, very proud to be able to share this new product with you. Now, obviously, SVS, hugely dominant in the subwoofer market. Like, they've done an amazing job as far as consistently producing overperforming, underpriced subwoofers. So, yeah, very, very happy with this product. And to see this new iteration, excellent. Right. So, box. It's obviously got some basic printed information, model number. On one end, it's got a scan code with its serial number and a bit of other information. This model's black ash. We're finding gloss, the big subs. Gloss finishes aren't necessarily as popular because there's a bit of a reflection from televisions and projection light. So the matte finishes in the big subs like these are becoming a little bit more popular. SVS packaging is typically double boxed, very, very straightforward to open. I mean, it's just a slice, right? And away we go. In the first layer, we see sellotaped in place basic brochure, connection information, warranty information, and an emulation of the scan code with a model and serial number. And that's kind of cool. You can stash that away somewhere, should you need to refer back to it for whatever reason it's available. We've got a power cord. This particular one's not a New Zealand one, so hopefully somewhere buried in here we've got one from New Zealand. The power cord itself, there we go, UK, something like that. Good quality IEC. Now, I like to do this with all heavy products. Probably my recommendation is that everybody does it, is that anything that's large, roll it over. Take the box off the product, not the product off the box. Now, it's caught some of the packaging, so let's pull this out so we can have a quick look. We've got the four ends, which are all taped together. Look at that! Great to see that they've made an effort. Obviously, this means that the box can be better stacked and will support a greater weight. You've got a massive desiccant bag, and that desiccant bag's even in a polished cloth to ensure that it can't scratch anything. In the box, we get rid of that, is the New Zealand IEC power cord. 3-pin, earthed. And of course in the top we've got all the foam packaging, and it's all held together with a piece of cardboard. We've got the grill. Now this grill is separately packed. In this version the grill is reinforced plastic. Okay. And again, hang around for some photographs, I'll take some of this kind of stuff. We've got a centralized SVS logo. We've got 4 lugs to ensure that, of course, it sits firmly into the front of the sub. And the whole thing has those sort of structural parts to it to ensure that it is very rigid and is very, very unlikely to rattle. Next step is to take this sort of poly paper off, revealing the base of the subwoofer, enabling us to very simply roll the entire thing over in its packaging and its bag. Okay. Final bag and piece. Right. Now we get to have a look. Now firstly, I want to show you the bottom. It's one of those things many people forget, but SVS understands a lot about the fact that this is going to probably vibrate. So they've got these rubber feet, and it's not just any old rubber. It's firm enough to support the subwoofer's weight, but soft enough that it absorbs extraneous vibration and stop other things like your floor rattling when it shouldn't. Looking at the front, we'll see SVS's signature drive unit. This is a 12 or 13 inch. It's rigid, great annulus, I mean beautiful as far as its design and build. There's a big gasket visible, and then of course the steel of the drive unit itself. At the front it's very, very muted. We've just got the 4 holes associated with the bungs for the grill and SVS logos. Tipping it forward so we get an understanding of the scale and depth. You'll also see that the cabinet is curved. Now that's a huge design element. A curved cabinet is far more expensive to produce than one with a butt edge. Curves are brilliant as far as improving cabinet rigidity, also helping to resolve standing waves and other things inside a subwoofer. So it's excellent to see that they've made that real effort. Looking at it from the back, this is really where the magic happens. Inputs and outputs are relatively standard. We'll start here though with the IEC power input. The back panel is metallic, it's metal. I would suggest it probably acts as some form of heatsink as well. You've got a good quality rocker switch for turning things on and off. You've got a bit of information about the fact that this is Bluetooth. Now, Bluetooth and a subwoofer, it's not about transmitting to it via Bluetooth. It's not a wireless sub, it's wired. The Bluetooth is so you can download SVS's app and properly tweak and tune this product remotely from the comfort of your lounge chair. It's a huge feature. It's effectively a hugely interactive remote control, giving control of every element of this subwoofer, again, from the comfort of your living room. Okay, over here, we've got a 12 volt trigger. Now this is actually 3 to 12 volt. It ensures that we can overcome the automatic standby, and it will flick on and off when you need it, not before. You've got a series of inputs and outputs. That's a loop. If you're just using this in a home theatre mode, we've got a clear delineation of LFE for the input from a theatre amp. Should you plug in a second, it immediately implies that it's being used in stereo and will monitor the signal. Over here is an emulation of some of the control that you will see in the app, and please download it, have a wee play. You've got the ability to adjust frequency response, volume, all of those things from a push button, including phase and other things along those lines. Delineated with a change of colour, and that's also how it sort of operates as far as flashing and it turns on and things along those lines. Above it is a 5 volt USB for the purposes of adding SVS's wireless receiver for the subwoofer. That 5 volts, of course, will power any number of different devices, but it's great to see that they've applied this for SVS products now. SVS's aftermarket wireless transmitter can be used for any sub, but it's going to be tidier if you utilise the USB at the rear. Okay, so there we have it. SVS's brand new SB2000, sealed box, 2000 Pro, brand new release subwoofer, unboxed here at the listening post in Christchurch, New Zealand.
Thanks for watching. If you want to see more, subscribe to our channel.